freaking planes. Okay, alright guys. Thank you once again for joining me in the forge, and I got a special project today, so I'm super excited. It's gonna be, we're gonna make a knife. It's gonna be the first knife that I have made other than the wrench knife, and I'm not counting that. Other than that, in about two and a half-ish years, maybe 3 years. It's been a long time. So I'm gonna do that. Not only that, I've never made a full-tang knife before with a pinned handle. I've always done hidden tang blades. So this is gonna be a first for me as well. So like I said, I'm super excited. There's a couple of other things that I have to address here too. One, let me talk about this real quick. Alright, so this thing right here, alright, this is a bottle opener forged in the style of a whale slayer bottle opener. It is not a whale slayer because it is not made by the smith that makes whale slayers. However, it is in the same style. It is the first one that I've ever done, and it is the first, or like my third bottle opener I've ever made. So for all the heat that I took on Instagram when I posted pictures of this from the beer drinking community, and I love beer, but screw you guys. I don't see any of you out here making anything on a regular basis. You never even attempted to make anything like this. So once again, screw you. I disabled commenting on that post because it just was annoying. And I don't want negativity on my post, especially on something that I was proud of making this. I'm still proud of making this. And no, it's not as good as the real whale slayer, but it's still a good bottle opener. Let's open a bottle. This is not a beer, but there you go. Now what the harpoon end is for cutting the wax on a wax sealed bottle if you have one. This is not a beer, this is a Malta. I like Malta. But anyway, so there's that. So screw you, beer drinking Instagram users who decided that my work was garbage. It might not be great, but I don't see you guys doing it as well, so here we go. We got planes number 2. So this is the other part. So I'm making a knife out of a 1095 bar of steel that I got. Let's see. So this is it actually came from, hang on one second, let me put you down. This is the anvil view here. So let me take this out. So this is a block of 1095 steel. It's pretty thick. I think I'm going to be able to work with it well. I'm going to have to widen it out. Freaking planes. I still don't know exactly what kind of knife I'm going to make out of it. I was thinking about a chef's, but I don't know that I can draw this out wide enough. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play with it first, and then we're going to see what kind of shape I can get into it. And so there's that. Now I bought this on Amazon, so I believe that it is truly 1095 steel. Came from Rose Metal Products, made in the US of A. It's basically they made this billet for making knives, and they have different grades and everything. So the problem is that I couldn't find a steel supply near me that would have the steel that I wanted and that was open and available when I'm free to go pick it up. There's some that are close to me, but they're, you know, maybe like 30 minutes, 45, an hour away, that sell everything that I could possibly dream of. But they close at 5 every day. I get off of work at 5. And they're not open on weekends. I am now off on weekends, and that's the only days I'm off. So That's not an option. So I went to Amazon, resorted to that. I think I'm going to be happy with that. That'll at least help me out for now. So we'll see what happens now. Now, if you notice when I held that up, that's kind of short. So when I'm forging this, I can grab this end, but in the beginning it probably won't be too bad. But once I get going, it's going to be freaking hot, and I'm not going to be able to hold it like that. So what I was going to do is weld a stick onto it, and I tore the house apart a little bit earlier trying to find my old welding goggles. I couldn't find them at all, so I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just going to say screw it and just do a blind weld on it, which probably would have been the worst weld imaginable. I'm not a welder, by the way. Never been a welder. Don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to welding, but I know the basic concept, and I can put welds on things if I need to. So that's what I got here. I got a little flux core wire feed welder. I got it super cheap from a buddy of mine I used to work with. It works fine. It's not a good welder, but it's just a good basic around the workshop welder. So it's another plane. So as I was saying, sorry for this lengthy introduction, by the way, but I'm really excited about this video. So this video deserves a little bit of extra attention and extra commentary, I would say. So couldn't find my welding goggles. Driving to the store this morning to pick up a couple of things, saw some stuff on the side of the road, so I said, hey, if that stuff's still there, I'm gonna go back and pick it up. So I stopped off. They had 2 propane tanks, and they were both gone when I got back. So I said, oh man, and I was just about to walk off, about to get back in my car, and I saw 2 black objects sitting on top of another thing that they had out there. I thought, what are those? Well, let me show you what those are. 2 perfectly good welding masks. They work. They're not great. Plain. They're not great, but they will definitely work for what I need to do. All I need is a couple seconds to throw a weld on to that piece of metal. So that's that. Alright, so I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. So without further ado, we're going to get into making this knife. I've actually been preparing all week long for this, been thinking about it non-stop. I put up a shade cloth up here to help block the sun, so hopefully you can see a little bit more of the forging temperature I'm working with. In my other videos it looks like I'm hammering on cold steel, but if I take that thing into my workshop, it's still glowing orange. But I'm out in the bright sun in Florida, so it's like it's super bright, so you can't really see everything. So I'm trying to cope with that. I got some better lighting in my actual workshop area. So, like I said, I've been running around all week, just after work, just trying to put things together, make this video a little bit better than my others. So I'm trying to put together something quality for you. I want to make a quality knife, and I also want to make a quality video. So I'm trying very hard. My resources are limited, but you do the best with what you got, and you acquire better things as you are able to, and that's just kind of what you have to do. So that being said, super excited to get into this. Sorry for the long intro, but I felt like I just needed to address those things, especially the especially the bottle opener. All right guys, let's make a knife. As I said before, not a welder. That was ridiculous. The mask kept falling down. I couldn't see what I was doing. My wire was getting jammed up. Be fighting planes all day long. My wire feed was getting jammed up, so it wasn't feeding out. That That was the worst I've ever had. Moving on. Don't judge me. What time is it? Hammer time. My weld just broke when I was hammering on that, so I had to redo that. So I told you I'm not a welder. Okay, so I went to put this on the drill press. I cannot get through it, and it's not hardened. I let this cool down naturally. So I'm gonna have to get some different bits and try to do that again. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do a quick rough grind on the edge here, get it set the way I want it to, and then we'll continue this in the next video. But let's go ahead and we'll do this part. Get my respirator. Alright, this is where I'm going to leave this for now. It actually ended up not really being much of a recurve at all, but it's still really cool. It's a big knife. It's going to have a big handle too. I might actually have to take out some more material there, but I like it. I like it. I'm going to leave it forge finish when I'm done, but I'm still got a lot of work to do on it. I've got to solve this problem with the holes for the handle, so we'll see what happens there. Speaking of that, let's take a look and just see. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty sick looking knife when it's done. Alright, so as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. You can check me out on Patreon. I don't have much content on the Patreon yet, but there will be. But Instagram, definitely. When I was making this, I was doing a live on Instagram, so follow me there. You can check that out. I hope that I get to work on this throughout the week. Maybe I can do some midweek videos. I don't normally do that, but maybe I can do something when I figure out how I'm going to drill the handle. I want to get this thing ready for finalizing next week. So this is what we're at, and next week I'm going to take it even more, and we're going to take it further and get the handle done. It's actually kind of a wide, it might be too wide. I might have to take off a little bit more material here. That's really beefy. But anyway, that being said, thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. That's going to be that's the shot. I like it.